Okay, higher purchase. After higher purchase, currency exchange. Currency exchange is one way for people to earn money. If you don't know, somewhere in Raffles Place MRT, there's this building called the Arcade. Okay. Okay, this is where most people go there to exchange money. If let's say last time we want to go overseas, you go there because there are many money exchanges there, and different money exchanges have different rates of exchange. And what I do last time is to find the cheapest rate. So I'll go to each money exchanger to see which rate is better. Calculate. Oh, will I to get, let's say, 1,000 US dollar. How much Singapore dollars must I fork out? And it's not to play. Okay, it's really to do business And then if let's say you are changing like $10,000, $20,000, then they were like, oh, since you're changing so big amount, come, we must go to a more private room. Yeah, it's really true. I went in once before because I had to help like my parents exchange some large amount of money. Yeah, so knowing how to calculate rates of exchange is actually quite important. It's under the topic of rate because actually it's kind of true, right? It's how one quantity changes with another quantity. So we have the Australian dollar here and the Korean won. Let's talk about Australian dollar first. So 1 Australian dollar is equals to 1 Sing dollar 1.0158. Okay, do me a favor, there should be a SGD in front. Okay, so this means like 1 Aussie dollar, when it's really how one quantity changes with another quantity, which is rate. So how the question asks us to convert 543 Aussie dollars to Singapore dollars. So we're going to correct to the nearest cent as well. So you should always start with the exchange rate that they give you. Okay, 1 Aussie dollar is equals to SGD 1.0158. Okay, so to find Australian dollar 543 Australian dollars is actually quite straightforward. From here to here, you multiply by 543 and you have 1.0158 times 543. Okay, this you really need your calculator here. If you don't have your calculator, it's very sad lah. Okay, no calculator, no work done. So so 1.0158 times 543, you will get 551.5794. What you're gonna do is, because they want you to convert to the nearest cent, so you just have to convert it to the nearest cent. 551.58 SGD. Okay, I've got to write SGD here. So nearest cent. Okay, you might be wondering how come, since money, right, how come they got more than 2 decimal place? The reason is because there are some people who exchange money as a source of income. Yeah, see, they profit money from exchanging money. So what they do is they exchange huge amount of sums, and because when you exchange huge amount of sums, technically if you know the rates very well, you can actually gain a huge profit from exchanging money. Yeah, I'm not kidding. So if let's say I change 100,000 Singapore dollars, okay, sorry, let's say I have 100,000 Aussie dollars. So this actually mean that I will have about 101,580 Sing dollars. Okay, and let's say I go to another one and their rate is different. Their rate is Aussie dollar 1 is equals to 1.0156. So there is a $20 difference if I exchange at somewhere. And some, okay lah, here $20, but there are some places, right, who are like quite weird one. Their rates are like 1.0998. So in this case, there is a very big difference of 1.00999. 1.0099. Okay, and there's a big difference of about $60 here, and that's if I change $100,000 but usually they change more people trade in millions so that's why there's a need for more than 2 decimal places for this kind of question for exchange rate actually. Okay, so part 2 we have Korean won. Korean won is slightly different because I think some of y'all know 1,000 won is equals to about $1.19 Sing dollars. So we want to find out Korean won, 48,500 Korean won, and this is 1.1930. I'm going to multiply this by 48.5. How do I know this 48.5 so simply? Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take 48500 divided by 1000. Okay, and you'll get 48.5. That's how I know that from 1000 to 48,500 is a multiplication of 48.5. So I'll just quickly do that. $1.193. Okay, I hope I'm correct. Okay, and this is my answer. It's about $57. So it's equals to about SGD 57.86 nearest cent. Okay, so this is actually quite straightforward, nothing too difficult. The hard one would be the next part where it's about the opposite. So we have some rates here. Okay, the sterling pound and Japanese yen. So part B, part 1, we have the rate for pound, where this is the symbol for pound. 1 pound is equals to Singapore dollars. Another way of writing Singapore dollars is S dollars. 1 pound is equals to about 1.7882 Sing dollars, and about 100 yen is equals to S dollars 1.2087. So the first question is we want to convert $6,800 into sterling pounds. So just now we have all about converting to Singapore dollars. Now we will do the opposite. Okay, so this is quite straightforward because we're talking about pound. So 1 pound is equals to S dollars 1.7882. Okay, now is it easy for me to find $6,800 from here? Not exactly, right? So the goal here is I want to find out how much does 1 Sing dollar cost in pounds. Okay, it's easier to find 1 Sing dollar from here. Why? Because we have the basic mathematical knowledge that when something is divided by itself, it will always be equals to 1. 7 divided by 7 will give you 1. 1000 divided by 1000 will always give you 1. So we will do this same thing here. Okay, what is going to happen here is I'm going to divide both sides by the conversion rate 1.7882. Okay, so what I'll have in terms of pound is actually a fraction. 1 over 1.7882 is equals to 1 Sing dollar. Okay, maybe I should rewrite. Okay, sorry. Let me rewrite it. Okay, as Sing dollar 1.7882 equals to 1 pound. Okay, you might want to reverse it so it's easier. So I find out what is 1 Sing dollar, which is equals to 1 over 1.7882. Okay, how do I do this? I divide both sides by 1.7882. Okay, this side as well. Okay, but you don't have to calculate it. Just put it in fractions first. Now from here, it's actually very easy now to calculate 6,800 Sing dollars. In this case, it's just a multiplication of itself, 6,800. So we'll do the same on the opposite side. So we have 1 over 1.7882 times 6,800. And this should actually give you your answer. Okay, we want to convert to the nearest unit of foreign currency. So what we're going to do is, actually this itself is 6800 divided by 1.7882. Okay, and you have pounds is 3,803 pounds. Okay, nearest unit. Okay, because it's what the question states, nearest unit. Okay, so quite straightforward, nothing too the only part you need to take note is on the conversion part. So the same thing for the yen. We know that 1.28 1.2, if you like to go Japan very much, knowing this is actually quite helpful. It's equals to S dollars, no, sorry, not S dollars, so 100 yen. Okay, the concept is quite similar. You find out what is 1 Sing dollar first, and this will be, in terms of yen, it will be 100 over 1.2087, and we want to find 8,450 Sing dollars. How much is this equal to? In terms of yen, it will be the rate for 1 Sing dollar multiply by 8450. Okay, so for yen it's slightly complicated because this is not 1 yen, this is 100 yen. So you need to be careful here. So we're going to have 100 divided by 1.2087 times 8450, and you will get 699098. And we want it into the nearest currency again. So in terms of yen, it will be 699 and 98 yen. Okay, nearest unit. So in terms of currency exchange, it's a little bit more tedious. Requires you to be able to know how to balance and find out what is 1 unit equals to. Okay, if you realize initially Aussie dollars is already 1 unit equals to something. If you want to find for example this type of questions, you need to convert and make 1 Sing dollar equals to how much. So that is about it for currency exchange. See ya.